So make sure you take care of yourself, because ain't nobody got you like you got you. Hi guys, today I am going to talk about how to gain self-love after living in a toxic environment. These are the 3 tips that really work for me. Keep in mind though, everything that works for you may not work for somebody else. Just putting that out there. But you might find something in this video that actually may work for you. So just stay tuned. So before I get into this video, I kind of want to elaborate a little bit on what I mean when I say living in a toxic environment. I don't just mean living with your toxic parents. I don't just mean living with that toxic spouse that you've been dealing with for the past few years. I'm talking about your mental space. I'm talking about your car. I'm talking about your room. I'm talking about all that stuff, right? Because all of that is still your space. So we are going to start from 3 and we're going to work our way down to 1 because we're going to save the best for last. Let's get into the video. Number 3, clear the clutter. Y'all, this is so important when it comes to self-love, right? Because when you're trying to love on yourself and you're trying to learn how to love yourself, you don't need all that toxic energy up in your aura messing up what you got going on, right? You don't want all that. You don't want that toxic friend that, you feel me, always asking for something or throwing little slick side jokes here and there, but you know that that's how she really feel. Or you don't want to deal with them family members that always got an opinion on what you got going on up in your life. You don't want to deal with that significant other that always want to control what you got going on, right? You don't want to deal with all that, because you know what's best for you. Don't nobody know what's best for you but you, right? As far as your home go and as far as your car go, you will not be able to think straight, and you will not be able to get to your full potential if you got stuff everywhere. You get what I'm saying? If you got stuff everywhere, you blocking yourself. You gotta allow that, you feel me, that positive energy to flow. It's not gonna flow correctly if you got stuff everywhere, or if you ain't dusted in years. Like, y'all, you gotta have a clean space. A clean space is very important when it comes to the mental, right? It's really important. The reason being is because if you got a cluttered space, that could become very freaking depressing, y'all. That can become very freaking depressing. Don't do all that. We don't want all that. We want a clean space so all our ideas and everything good for us could flow to us without the issue, right? Number 2, invest in yourself. Y'all, this is so important when practicing self-love. When I say invest in yourself, I'm not talking about just getting your hair done and putting on your eyelashes and your eyebrows every day and making sure your nails is done. I'm talking about investing yourself mentally, right? You want to read a book, gain some more knowledge. You don't want to be walking around here a cute dummy, okay? we don't want to be that, right? Learn how to cook. Learn how to cook a meal. You feel me? You don't know how to cook like that? Learn. I'm trying to tell y'all. It'll help you out in the long run. Work out. Do some yoga. You feel me? Tone up that body. Do anything that you feel will help improve yourself as a person. Because a lot of the times, as people, especially if you got a big heart like me, you might find yourself tuned into other people's life, so wrapped up into helping them out. You get what I'm saying? Or maybe we got a lot of responsibilities and we tend to forget about ourselves. Listen, you have to pay attention to yourself, because at the end of the day, if you don't take care of yourself, ain't nobody gonna, you feel me, ain't nobody gonna worry about that. That's gonna be the least of their worries. They're gonna be worried about what they got going on. So make sure you take care of yourself, because ain't nobody got you like you got you. And you can't be there for nobody else unless you're there for yourself, right? So make sure you take that time out for you, because I'm telling you, listen, it'll get ugly for you. It'll get ugly for you. You don't want that, right? So yeah. And finally, last but not least, number 1, y'all, work on your mental confidence. Oh my God, this is very, 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 very crucial when practicing self-love, y'all. Right? So I'm gonna give y'all a little tips, basically some tips on tips, because there's so much that I could say that could go into this one topic. I'm trying to keep it short for y'all, so let's get into it. I'm gonna give y'all like 3. Okay, number 1 is practice a positive mindset and trust your judgment, right? There has been so many times, I'm sure, that we have seen something and our first thought was to think something negative, right? Listen, you will block so many blessings by thinking negative. I'm telling you, what you think is what you attract. So be careful what you put in your mind. Be careful what you constantly think. I'm telling you, you will attract it. And we sometimes can be our self-worst enemy when it comes to our mindset. So you want to make sure that you try to keep a positive mind when, you know, thinking about certain things or things of that nature. As far as trusting your judgment go, I'm pretty sure we've all had them times to where our intuition was telling us something and we didn't want to think like that, but at the same time it was just, you know, it was just bothering us. It was nagging us. It was just coming at us, and you're just like, no, I don't want to think like that. I don't want to think like that. And then when stuff finally hit the fan and it actually was what you was thinking, you're going to be like, oh my God, I should have just listened to myself. I knew I should have just listened to my first mind. Your first mind, listen, you want to listen to yourself because it's going to guide you. That is how you guide yourself, right? Is what you think up here. So make sure you trust your judgment because you're not going to lead yourself wrong. I mean, we're not always right. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying, you know, right? Number 2, overcome self-doubt. Y'all, seriously, as humans, we can definitely be our worst critics. We actually are our worst critics. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times we might tell ourselves that we can't do something when really we might be great at doing it. But because you got that little voice in the back of your head, you stopping yourself. Don't do that. If you feel like you want to do something, do it. Do it. And that goes into my next step, my next little tip. Number 1, face your fears. Y'all, seriously, like, we literally are limiting ourselves from our best life experiences. Like, the best things that you may ever experience in life is on the other side of fear. Literally. Don't be afraid to push the limit. Don't be afraid to go overboard a little bit because you may never know. I'm telling you, the blessings that may come to you from facing your fears, you just never know. So make sure you get out there. Do what you love. Even if it's spontaneous and a little bit crazy. Do it. You might have the best experience of your life. You never know. Life is so short. Don't limit yourself to possibilities because of what other people say. Don't limit yourself because of what you think. Don't do that. Don't do that. Life is way too short for that, y'all. Make sure y'all get out of there. Okay, guys. So before I get out of here, I just want to say these tips that I gave you guys will also help improve your relationship that you share with others, right? Because just a reminder, when you love yourself, you teach other people how to love you. And that's just the truth, right? So thank you guys for watching to the end. And I really appreciate it. If you like what you've seen, please don't forget to like or comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I really, really, truly appreciate it. See you guys next time.